At the beginning of the story, far out in the universe, we see a planet that is about to be destroyed. The blue alien race living there knows they have no way to save themselves, so in one final act of love, they decide to save their baby. They place their little child inside a spaceship and send him into space, hoping he'll land on a planet where life exists and get a chance to start over. That baby's name is Megamind. To make sure he wouldn't feel alone during the long journey, Megamind's parents also send his loyal companion with him, a small fish named Minion. Together, Megamind and Minion begin a long trip through space, heading toward an unknown future. At the same time, another alien baby is also traveling through space in search of a safe world. This baby looks just like a human child. Eventually, both babies arrive on Earth at the exact same time, but while the human-looking alien lands in a beautiful mansion filled with wealth and comfort, Megamind's ship crashes straight into a prison. Because of where he landed, Megamind grows up surrounded by criminals. He spends his childhood in jail, wearing handcuffs and riding to school on a prisoner transport bus. His life is completely different from the other child's. At school, Megamind finally meets the same kid who arrived from space with him. But unlike Megamind, this boy has incredible superpowers. With his powers, he quickly becomes popular and wins everyone over. The kids admire him, want to be his friend, and love being around him, but no one wants anything to do with Megamind. Because of his strange blue appearance and unusual behavior, everyone assumes he must be evil. No one takes the time to understand him. Megamind feels deeply hurt by the negative image people have of him. He never truly had a chance. Then one day, he makes a life-changing decision. If everyone already sees him as the bad guy, then why not become the bad guy for real? From that moment on, Megamind fully embraces the role of a villain. He grows up using his intelligence and advanced technology to cause chaos all over Metro City. Seeing the city in danger, the powerful boy from space steps in to stop him. While saving the city again and again, he earns the name Metro Man, and soon the whole city knows him as their hero. Now a daily battle begins between hero and villain. Megamind uses evil inventions and genius-level technology to destroy the city, while Metro Man uses his powers to protect the people. The citizens adore Metro Man. He becomes their symbol of hope, and everyone is a huge fan of him. One day, the people of Metro City organize a massive event to honor Metro Man and celebrate their hero. When Megamind hears about it, he immediately comes up with a plan. With Minion's help, he decides to escape prison and ruin the celebration. Minion sneaks into the prison and gives Megamind a special watch that can transform him into any person he wants. Megamind is thrilled. Using the watch, escaping prison becomes incredibly easy. After breaking out, Megamind kidnaps a news reporter named Roxanne Ritchie and uses her to lure Metro Man into a trap. He challenges him, saying, "Now let's see how you save Roxanne this time." As Megamind and Metro Man argue, both convinced they're right, Roxanne secretly tells Metro Man that Megamind is holding her inside an observatory. Without wasting a second, Metro Man rushes there to rescue her. But what he doesn't realize is that the observatory has been turned into a deadly trap. That Megamind reveals that Metro Man's weakness is copper, and he has filled the entire observatory with copper traps. The moment Metro Man enters, his powers begin to weaken. Then Megamind fires his ultimate weapon, concentrated sunlight, directly at him. A massive blast erupts, and Metro Man is seemingly killed inside the observatory. Megamind and Minion are stunned, then overjoyed. They can hardly believe it. After all these years, they actually defeated Metro Man. But the people of Metro City are heartbroken. Their hero is gone, and now there's no one left to protect them from Megamind. With Metro Man out of the way, Megamind begins ruling Metro City and causing destruction wherever he wants. No one can stop him now. For the first time, he has everything he thought he wanted. But after a few days, something unexpected happens. Megamind gets bored. Without Metro Man around, there's no challenge left, no excitement, no purpose. Even being evil feels empty now. He starts missing his greatest enemy and realizes that if Metro Man were still alive, at least someone would be there to fight him. Living all alone for so long, Megamind becomes frustrated and miserable. He's so desperate for someone to challenge him again that he ends up standing in front of Metro Man's statue. Looking up at it, he says that he's planning to blow the statue up, but honestly, it would have been better if Metro Man were still here. At the same time, Roxanne is nearby filming a news segment with her cameraman. She talks to the statue and says that Megamind causes trouble every single day, and if Metro Man were still around, he would have saved both her and Metro City from all this chaos. While they're there, a man named Bernard is working around the area. He tells Roxanne the place is about to close, and that she should probably leave soon. But then Roxanne starts hearing Megamind's voice somewhere nearby, so she decides to investigate and find out where it's coming from. The moment Megamind realizes Roxanne is heading his way, he quickly uses Minion's disguise watch and transforms into Bernard. As Roxanne walks through the area, Megamind, now pretending to be Bernard, talks with her the whole time and slowly wins her trust. Before long, the two start getting along surprisingly well. During this conversation, Megamind suddenly gets a brilliant idea. If he creates a brand new superhero, then that hero can stop him from destroying the city and finally bring excitement back into his life. He doesn't want peace, he wants a worthy opponent. So Megamind and Minion begin experimenting with Metro Man's DNA, using it to build a special weapon that can grant superpowers. His plan is simple: whoever gets hit by this power gun will become a superhero. That means Megamind can choose his own enemy. While they're still working on the weapon, Roxanne calls Bernard and says she has arrived at Megamind's observatory. She tells him to come there right away. Of course, Roxanne has no idea that the friend she trusts is actually Megamind in disguise. As soon as Roxanne enters the lab inside the observatory, Megamind shows up as Bernard, but he starts panicking, afraid she might discover the truth. In his nervousness, he accidentally keeps switching back and forth between Bernard and Megamind. Roxanne is terrified by what she sees. In the chaos, she grabs the power gun and fires it at Megamind. He dodges the blast just in time, but the shot hits her cameraman Hal instead. The second Hal gets hit, he starts feeling strange. His body begins changing, but he has no idea what's happening to him. Roxanne rushes over and tells him she almost caught Megamind, but somehow he escaped again. Then she takes Hal home. When Megamind and Minion realize Hal was the one hit by the superpower blast, they're shocked. They immediately go to see him and explain that he's about to become a superhero, but Hal doesn't believe a word they say. Even after trying to convince him, Hal still refuses to listen. So Megamind comes up with another plan. Disguising himself as a giant glowing space father, he tells Hal that he was sent to Earth for a great purpose: to replace Metro Man and become the new protector of Metro City. His powers begin awakening, and he suddenly loses control, flying wildly all over the place. Meanwhile, Megamind continues meeting Roxanne as Bernard because she has started to genuinely like Bernard. The two grow closer and quickly become good friends. At the same time, Megamind trains Hal while pretending to be the Space Father. He tells Hal that one day he must face Megamind in battle. Step by step, Megamind pushes Hal to hate him, hoping Hal will fight just like Metro Man once did. But something unexpected happens. Megamind starts developing real feelings for Roxanne. Deep down, he begins to fall in love with her. That's why he spends more and more time with her as Bernard, because being with her makes him truly happy. Once Hal's training is complete, Megamind is thrilled. After waiting so long, he finally has a new superhero to fight. Metro City once again has someone powerful enough to stand against him. Because of his new abilities, Hal is given a new name, Titan. The next day, Titan is supposed to face Megamind in an epic battle, but when the time comes, Megamind tells Minion that he doesn't want to fight at all. Instead, he plans to spend the day as Bernard and go see Roxanne. Minion strongly warns him against it. He tells Megamind the truth. Roxanne doesn't like Megamind. She likes Bernard. Those words hit Megamind hard. Furious and hurt, he lashes out at Minion and says cruel things to him. Because of that fight, the two best friends separate and go their own ways. After this, we see Roxanne waiting for Bernard, expecting to meet him, but instead, Hal shows up wearing his new Titan costume. Using his powers, Hal tries to impress Roxanne with flashy moves and heroic poses, because he has always had feelings for her. But the truth is, Roxanne has never been interested in Hal at all. Soon after, Megamind arrives disguised as Bernard. A little later, Roxanne joins him, and the two begin talking warmly. The moment feels real, and before long, they lean in and kiss. But during that moment, Roxanne accidentally touches Megamind's disguise watch. Instantly, the disguise shuts off, and Megamind transforms back into his real blue form. Seeing Megamind's true identity, Roxanne is shocked, angry, and hurt. She immediately turns to leave. Megamind desperately tries to stop her and explain. He tells her that the Bernard she cared about was still him on the inside. Even when he looked like Bernard, it was always Megamind talking to her honestly. Roxanne tells him that his appearance was never the problem. What truly hurt her was the lie. She says she cannot accept that he deceived her, no matter how real those moments felt. Hearing this breaks Megamind's heart. Saddened and ashamed, he leaves behind his car and even the gun that removes powers, then walks away alone. Back at his hideout, Megamind begins preparing for his battle with Titan. He knows things are getting out of control. The next day, Megamind arrives for the planned showdown, but Titan never shows up. Furious, Megamind goes straight to Titan's house to confront him. When he gets there, he discovers Titan has been stealing money, valuables, and living like a criminal. Megamind is stunned. He demands to know why Titan didn't come to fight. Titan casually tells him that he has no interest in battling Megamind anymore, and he doesn't want to be anyone's superhero either. Then Titan reveals something even worse. He has fallen in love with Roxanne. He even shows Megamind a photo of Roxanne with Bernard, clearly jealous of the man she liked. Realizing Titan now wants Roxanne for himself, Megamind finally tells him the whole truth. He admits that Bernard was just a disguise, the Space Father was fake, and he was the one who gave Hal his powers with the supergun. Also, Titan could become his new rival. Hearing that he was manipulated the entire time, sends Titan into a rage. He immediately attacks Megamind. A brutal fight breaks out between the two, but Titan is far stronger. Megamind can barely keep up. Megamind tries using the same trick he once used on Metro Man, trapping Titan inside a giant copper sphere. But unlike Metro Man, Titan has no weakness to copper. He easily smashes the ball apart and escapes. Now completely overpowered, Megamind realizes he has no chance of winning. He runs straight to Roxanne for help. Megamind sincerely apologizes for everything he did and tells her that the superhero he created has now become a dangerous villain. He says Titan must be stopped before Metro City is destroyed. Together, Megamind and Roxanne decide to search for Titan's weakness. They head to Titan's home, the same place that once belonged to Metro Man. Inside, they discover that Metro Man's house is filled with advanced technology and hidden secrets. As they search for anything that could help stop Titan, they suddenly come face to face with Metro Man himself. Megamind and Roxanne are stunned. The hero everyone believed was dead has been alive this whole time. Shocked and confused, they ask him the one question on their minds: why had he been hiding all these years? Metro Man explains that he never wanted to keep saving people forever. Deep down, he had lost all interest in being a hero. It was a role everyone expected from him, but it no longer made him happy. He simply wanted a normal life and the freedom to choose his own path. After hearing this, Roxanne and Megamind beg him to return to Metro City. They tell him the city needs him now more than ever, but Metro Man clearly refuses. He has no intention of going back. Megamind is furious and disappointed by his response. As he walks away, he realizes that creating a new superhero may have been the biggest mistake of his life. With no other options left, Megamind returns to prison, the same place where his life began. Everyone there is shocked to see him back again. Meanwhile, Roxanne believes she can still talk some sense into Hal and fix everything. But Hal has been completely corrupted by power. Instead of listening, he kidnaps Roxanne and ties her up on top of Metro Man's tower. Then he sends a message to Megamind, challenging him to come fight. He says if Megamind wants to save Roxanne, he better get there fast. The moment Megamind sees what's happening, he knows there's no more running away. If he wants to save Roxanne, he has to escape prison and face Titan himself. Megamind begs the prison guard to let him out, but the guard turns out to be Minion in disguise. Seeing his best friend in trouble, Minion forgives everything and becomes Megamind's friend again. He helps him break out and rush back into action. After escaping, Megamind struggles through Titan's attacks and somehow manages to rescue Roxanne first. But during the battle, Titan destroys part of a building and badly injures Megamind. Seeing him hurt, Roxanne panics and runs toward him. But just then, Metro Man suddenly appears to help. He stands in front of Titan and warns him, saying that just because someone has power doesn't mean they should use it for evil. Titan is terrified at first and starts backing away. But when Metro Man grabs him and speaks more closely, Titan realizes something strange. This isn't the real Metro Man. It's Megamind disguised as him. The moment Titan figures it out, he attacks again with even more rage. During the fight, Roxanne shouts to Megamind that his invisible car and the power diffuser gun are nearby. Hearing that, Megamind fights through the pain and desperately reaches his hidden car. Just as Titan charges toward Roxanne to attack her, Megamind finally grabs the gun and fires. The blast hits Titan directly, draining all of his powers. In seconds, Titan loses everything and transforms back into ordinary Hal, just a normal human again. At the same time, it's revealed that the Megamind who got injured earlier was actually Minion in disguise. To protect his friend, Minion risked his own life without hesitation. In that moment, Megamind truly understands how important Minion has always been to him. After defeating Titan and saving Metro City, Megamind is no longer seen as a villain. He has become the city's new hero. Forgetting his past crimes, the people of Metro City now accept Megamind as their protector and champion. The next day, Megamind is honored in a huge public celebration. Hidden in the crowd, Metro Man quietly watches with a smile, knowing the city is finally in good hands. In the movie's final scene, we see Minion has secretly kept the real Bernard locked away the whole time. And with that hilarious surprise, the movie comes to an end. Megamind proved that no matter how dark your past is, anyone can change and become a hero. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing movie recaps like this one.